What's up guys, this is part 2 of the editing series where we're going to get into some more complicated effects. If you'd like to see part 1 where we went over some more basic ones like RGB split effects, kind of like a VCR stuff, and also motion tracking, which would be quite useful to know for this tutorial, you can go ahead and click the link here. If not, let's jump straight into it. You guys know the drill. If you'd like to see a specific effect like Plexus or the motion tracking / masking, you can click the links here and they'll skip you straight to the effect. If you just want to see the whole video and go through it all, then you can just keep watching. As per request by a couple of people, I've also provided a little link in the description which will take you to some footage that I've actually uploaded to a folder on Google Drive. It's free for you guys to just use and test out and try all these effects with. It's the same shots that I'm using in these tutorials, so you should be able to follow along a lot easier and hope you can actually try these effects out without having to worry about going out and filming stuff. So moving on, how did I do this effect? So how did I do all of my weird glitchy triangle effects like this, where it looks like there's like a shard of the world or video that's like zoomed in, so it looks like you're looking through like a pane of glass or magnifying glass or something. How did I do this? Easy, super easy. Well, easy if you know how to motion track and stuff. So jumping back into After Effects, all I did is essentially, let's just hide all of this. I had two video layers, so here and here. So you can see there's the original, and this is the triangle one. All I did for this is to make the triangle, I just used the masking tool. So you essentially create, let's do it on this one. So you got your original file here, you just click, make a triangle, and bam, there you go. That's literally all you have to do. It's quite easy. So go here, I made the triangle, and then what I did to magnify it is all I did is go to scale, so I press S and I turned it up to 125. So when it comes on, bam, it's kind of zoomed in. Now how did I get it kind of blurred and tracked actually into the shot? Exactly the same way as we did before with the motion tracking. I just tracked a couple of points. So if I go window, workspace, motion tracking, all I did is I went to the original file, the video file, clicked on it on the layer here, go track motion, and I just tracked a couple of points. So I think I tracked this one and this one here, and you just track it through the video clip by pressing go. I made sure rotation and scale was on, so I had 2 points like that, did this one, and went through, and then attached it to this null layer. So as you see during the video, which one did I use? So here you go, null layer 6, this one. I tracked it, and then I tracked the shot with the points. I think it was this one, and then somewhere like this one here. And then I applied the tracking data to this null object by going edit target, choosing null 6 on the list, and then hitting apply, and then OK. And that puts all the tracking data on here. So as you see, when the shot moves, that null, this little point here, that actually stays like at that point in the video. So when it moves, it stays in place. So whatever you attach to that will move with it. So I think for this, I actually put this MMPK logo here, super hidden. I wonder if anyone noticed it. And then it moves with it, so it stays in the shot, so it looks like it's actually there. So I did the exact same thing with this. I just applied this pre-comp, this layer with the triangle. I tracked it, and then I applied it to this null here, and then parented it to that with this tool here. You just go boop, boop, like that. So wherever the shot, wherever this moves, that's going to move. Obviously it's tracked in the shot, so yeah, that's literally all I did. And then to get the kind of blur and the slight separation, I just made a camera. So you go layer, new camera, and that creates like a fake camera. And then I can go in here and I can move the camera around. Because this is tracked in 3D space, it's actually moved forward. So actually, imagine if this was 3D, right? You've got a layer here, say this line here is the video, and then you have this triangle which is also on the same line. I then just pulled it out to about here, say, so you've got this one and then the triangle. So whenever I zoom in with this fake camera, as you would, when you're just shooting outside and you're using your lens, when you zoom in, the background will stretch out backwards, like things will just stretch outwards, and give it more depth when you use like a zoom lens. Bam, there you go, some camera knowledge. So if I track in, there you go, it kind of I won't do it in real time because I haven't got the grid. It takes a lot of process. But yeah, you kind of see it. This moves at a different rate to this. So if I go into the camera and I change it from a 36, which is pretty much what I was shooting on. So I changed this to be the same lens that I was using when I was shooting. So I used a 36, well 38, but there you go, 38mm lens. That's what I used. So I changed it here. So if I change this to 135, which is like my zoom lens, hit OK, bam, there you go. The separation's crazy. So this is come way further forward and this has gone way further back. So this is completely blurred out now because the focus on the camera is like at this video point. There you go. That kind of explains that. So let's put that back to 38. And there you go. So if you change that camera to be what your lens was, so that's 38mm, you'll actually get the right amount of like bokeh blur or whatever.
Forkalicious photos.
On the video piece here, as you would in real life. So it kind of, I don't know, fits better in the video I found. So it's worth kind of doing. Yeah, that's how I did the crazy triangle effect. And then for the like really glitchy ones where they just like jump in, I did the same thing. I didn't track it to the shot because I didn't need to because it was only there for like 2 frames or whatever. I just literally did the same thing. I just created the triangle mask with the points, made it a bit bigger, and then added like a little blur on it to make it look a bit more glitchy, and just made them kind of jump in, and that's it. And then most of it was down to the sound design. So if I jump back into Premiere and I find that video piece, find a good one. So here you go. So all I did with this, with the sound design, which is the most important thing, I have these really great glitch sound effects. So if I play the video, you hear that kind of zip noise. That is just these sounds just kind of layered on each other till it sounds good. So you got that sound, or this sound, these sounds here, you know. And then when you add them all together, because you know good sound design is layering a bunch of sounds, so it's not just one sound, it's a whole bunch of sounds mixed together to make it sound great. You get that cool sound effect. And I actually timed that with the video, so this kicks in, this sound kicks in when it zooms in, so it's like. So the final effect that I have used several times in other videos, this is getting quite complicated. So if you are an editor or who's used to After Effects and has done it for a year or so, you could totally do this. So, same video, right? We'll use that one. It's a good example. So yeah, there's this effect called Plexus by AE Scripts and AE Plugins. It's $249.99. Now, you can get it for free, obviously, through various dodgy ways. I will not tell you how to do that. Use some Google searching and, you know, like I said before, have a decent antivirus software. But it's worth the price because it's really, really cool. You can do some insane stuff like this. Red Bull uses it all the time. Like all these triangles that like zoom in and this stuff. Like, look how cool it is and all this stuff. Look at that. Awesome. Look at that. Whoa. Now, obviously this effect will not just make your video clips look insanely awesome, but it does help. You have to have good footage. Like this stuff's insane. And there's a lot of effects on this stuff, but you get the idea. Essentially what it does is you can select points in the video. So let me show you in After Effects. So I tracked same way with the motion tracking, and then I applied it to null layers, which are these, you know, red things. I tracked his foot, his hand, and Nathaniel's lovely face, and then obviously his other hand when it comes back into the shot. So what this does is it will assign spots to the lights. Kind of hard to explain. So I've got this, you put it on a solid layer and you've got Plexus here, right? And I parented the lights to the null objects, right? So the lights move with the null objects like you would, you know, motion tracking. So they move with it, right? Now in Plexus you add a layer object and then you change it to lights, so it's going to add like circles or dots to wherever these lights are, right? So then you change it to, I typed in lights, whatever the name is of the lights, and it will just go light 1, light 2, light 3, light 4, and it'll add all the points to it, right? Now how do you get the lines? Now this would be insanely difficult to do with the lights, with the lines in the video. So how do I get these lines to go from his face to his foot and everything, and then also stretch out, you know, as he moves? That would be insanely hard without this plugin. I don't think you can even do it. So you would you'd add a line renderer. You can do, by going Plexus, go renderer, lines, and then that will automatically put a line between any of these points. Now you can assign how many lines a point can send out. So at the moment it's 10, so it could send out, if there was a bunch of points around, it could have 10 lines coming from it. I could set that to 3, and there'd only be 3 lines. You can have it so that the distance that the line can reach. So as this gets closer to this one, the line will then, like, as it gets to the limit, bam, the line will appear and will attach to this one. As same with this, if this one got too far away, you know, it's attached, and now it's not attached because it's too far away because you set the limit. You can also do some fancy stuff with this. So the line will be completely solid, like 1 pixel, and then as you get further away from the point, it will start to fade off. You can, you know, just edit this how you want. Like, I could chop this off, so now at both ends of the line it's going to be slightly faded. I hope this all makes sense. It's quite a complicated effect, I will not lie. Once you've learned how to do it, it is quite easy to do. It's just getting your head around it. And then you can apply depth of field to it. So what I did with one shot of Nathaniel's face, which makes it look really awesome personally. All this stuff, like these lines here and this dot here, they're actually out of focus because it's further away in 3D space to this one, and the focus is pointed on his face, so this is closer towards the camera. But obviously the line starts out of focus and then comes into focus. You know, you can make a 3D camera, so you know, you just go layer new camera, right? I didn't do it in this one, and then you can apply depth of field. So the camera settings, you know, like I used in the other one, like in this one, you know, I set the camera up to be wherever my lens was. It will apply the same depth of field as the settings you've put here onto that effect, if that makes sense. I hope it does. But yeah, that's how you do that effect. Annoyingly, when I was doing this, I think there's a weird glitch in After Effects at the moment, or just I was stupid, I don't know, where it wouldn't actually show the effects in here. I actually had to close After Effects, go back into Premiere, and then it would load up the effect into here, because there's like a link between them. I don't understand it. It was really annoying and really time consuming, but yeah, that's how you do that effect. That is how you do all the effects that I did in this video. All the cool ones anyway. The rest was just like the same sort of thing. So with this, you know, the glitch on the wall, boosh, turns orange. Same thing. I just, you know, masked out this wall like I did the triangles, you know, the points, and just hand masked it as the shot moved. And then I just applied like a weird, I think it was just hue saturation. I just pumped the saturation up until it just like completely broke the shot. Same with this one. Just a lot of masking. Not actually perfect, like there's a bit missing here, but you don't see it, and you just pump the saturation up, so it's like wherever I step is glitching. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy this, and I hope it gave you some sort of insight into how I did the effects, maybe gets you inspired to try out VFX or just do something new for your next video. Again, the earlier ones are a lot simpler, like just the VCR effect and stuff. You can actually do a lot with that VCR effect and a lot of simple effects to make something look cool. You do not need to do what I did with this crazy Plexus stuff and crap to make it look cool. Like, you can do a lot with simple effects. And like just that motion tracking with the text here, all I did was motion track the sign and just apply, you know, I just typed some text and then, you know, parented it to the null object like I showed you. And now it just looks cool because it's tracked in 3D space. Super easy to do, right? So yeah, if you want any detailed like tutorials on any of these effects, or just VFX that you've seen in videos that you want me to just show you how to do them properly and in-depth step-by-step kind of tutorial, happy to do that. This is just a quick overview. Anyway, hope you feel inspired or something, I don't know, or learn something. Yeah, so as always, have fun, train safe, and I will see you in the next video.